I appeal for justice. Why I am asking America to investigate my granddaughter's death. I will not hide my name. My name is Galina Andreev. I will not tell you the names of the law enforcement at this time. I am speaking today as a grandmother, a mother, and an American citizen who refuses to remain silent. When people remain silent, injustice continues and another villain is born. In October 2023, my granddaughter passed away. Her death was officially reported as an overdose. However, based on what my family and I experienced, I believe important facts surrounding her death were never fully examined and was concealed to law enforcement neglect. I have written about this matter to President Joe Biden, Governor Gavin Newsom, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the United States Congress, and the Office of the Attorney General. Only President Biden responded. I later sent the same letter with supporting documents to President Donald J. Trump and to those mentioned above. I have contacted federal authorities multiple times. I am now speaking publicly because justice has not yet been served. I can't find peace in my heart knowing that my granddaughter's death was concealed by overdose because she was in the state custody at the time before her death. Later, right before she passed away, I learned that my granddaughter had been exploited at a young age by relatives struggling with substance abuse. At the time, I did not know the full extent of what was happening. I trusted that the system would protect her. I was wrong. On one occasion, when my granddaughter was detained by law enforcement, she was released and left outside my home at approximately 1:30 in the morning. She was alone, frightened, and vulnerable. I was deeply concerned that no protective measures were taken for her safety. When I asked her why she had become involved in such dangerous activities, she told me she felt responsible for supporting her relatives. This broke my heart. She was just a child.
After this, I took immediate action to seek help and protection for her. Later, while she was in a group home and under state custody, she contacted me and expressed fear. She warned me not to trust certain individuals and sheriffs and said she had information she wanted to share in person with me and federal authorities. She also thanked me for taking action to place her in a group home. She never had that opportunity. I respectfully request that this group home be formally investigated and questions regarding how my granddaughter was able to run away and why no adequate efforts were made to locate her. Shortly afterward, she ran away from the group home. Not long after, she passed away. After she ran away from group home, later she came to my son's home late at night and fell asleep. Her death occurred next day, while my son was attending a medical appointment. At that time, I was with him. When she ran away, my son contacted law enforcement and probation officers to request assistance in locating her and returning her to protective custody. No effective action was ever taken. Instead of focusing on a thorough investigation, authorities focused on accusing my son and killing her by giving her drugs. He was arrested, and bail was set at $250,000. After his first court appearance, he was released due to lack of evidence. While in custody, he was subjected to multiple blood draws that caused him to lose consciousness. I later assisted him in filing a federal complaint regarding false arrest and unlawful detention. This matter was also reported to the FBI. Now his case remains under review. While my son was in custody, his daughter passed away in the hospital. He was not permitted to be with her at the time of her death. Today my son lives under constant fear. I also fear for my own safety. I have observed suspicious activity that causes serious concern. Our family now urgently needs protection. I believe that The repeated actions against my son and our family may be retaliatory in nature and intended to discourage us from seeking answers. Since 2023, my son has been arrested by the Sheriff's Department and City Police on at least 10 occasions. In most instances, large amounts of his blood were drawn, which resulted in severe illness following his initial court hearings. He was released. Our family now has lived under continuous pressure. As an American citizen, I am deeply concerned that my son's civil rights have been violated and that justice has been denied to my granddaughter and to us. She was a minor. She deserves safety, care, and protection. Instead, she was failed by the state systems that were meant to protect her. I grew up in the former Soviet Union, where KGB and government power was used to silence and intimidate families. Nearly 40 years ago, we came to America seeking freedom and justice. It is heartbreaking to see similar patterns of fear and pressure here. That is why I'm speaking today. I respectfully request that federal and independent authorities conduct a full and transparent investigation into my granddaughter's death and find who did this to her. Review the handling of her case while in state custody. Examine the treatment of my son. Ensure that our family is protected from further officers' harassment. My granddaughter was beautiful. She mattered. Her life mattered. Her truth matters. Our family deserves answers. We deserve accountability. We deserve peace. Silence will not bring justice. Silence will not protect other children. I am prepared to cooperate fully with any investigation. I will continue to speak until the truth is known. For my granddaughter. For my son. For every child who deserves protection. It is sad to see this in a free country, when the justice system fails and authorities engage in misconduct against a citizen. They may attempt, by any means possible, to portray that individual as a criminal in order to conceal their own wrongdoing. I understand that by speaking out, I may be placing myself at personal risk. However, my son is currently being targeted by the law enforcement, and I fear that he may be harmed by making this matter public. I intend to ensure transparency and accountability. When those responsible know that I am addressing the public, they will be less likely to engage in actions that could endanger me or my son. I will never stop seeking justice. I will never compromise. I place my trust in God. I believe the truth will prevail. Please share my story. Thank you for listening. Galina V. Andreev.